up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you are new here, hey, what's up? My name's Dani, and in this video I'm going to be telling you guys 10 things that I wish I knew before my freshman year of college. For those of you who do not know, I actually just finished up my first year at Loyola University Maryland, and I absolutely loved it. I cannot wait for sophomore year. But in that 1 year, I learned a lot of things about both myself and how to deal with the change of college. So I figured that this video might be helpful for some of you guys, and if it is, make sure to let me know. Leave a comment down below and I will make sure to get back to you. Also, make sure to subscribe down below if you have not done so already. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. The first thing that I learned is that freedom can be scary, and this literally hit me like a bus within the first few weeks of school, because college is the first time in your life that you don't have your parents hovering over you all the time to tell you when to do your homework or study for that big exam that you have. It's literally all on you, and it can be super overwhelming at first, but I promise you get used to it. It's just something that you have to learn as quickly as possible, because if you don't, then you're really going to fall behind on everything that is important when it comes to college, like taking care of yourself and eating well and focusing on your studies and making sure that you're getting good grades. I was lucky enough to adjust very, very quickly to college, and that came as a huge surprise to myself and my family and my friends, because I am a pretty emotional person. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I am very affected by things very easily, and I don't think that's a bad thing whatsoever, especially since I've been able to manage it much better since when I was younger. But you would think that something as big of a change as college would really shake me and would really leave me feeling vulnerable and uncomfortable, but for who knows why, I adjusted incredibly quickly to college. But with all that aside, as quickly as I adjusted, I had my fair share of homesick days, and I think it's very important to learn that everyone is homesick, and it is totally okay. Everyone is going to put up a front that they don't miss their mom, and they don't miss their dad, they don't miss their siblings, and it's not true, okay? Everyone is going to try and make it seem like they're totally fine and they have everything together, and they don't, and that is totally okay. So you have to remember that it is okay to feel homesick, it's okay to take a break from your friends and call your mom. It's totally fine, and you're gonna get through it, and it's gonna get so much better, because you just have to keep yourself occupied, work hard in school, make a bunch of friends, and before you know it, you'll be home by Thanksgiving. This next thing kind of goes along with what I just said, but you have to learn that everyone is going to make it seem like they are having the best time in the world. Everyone is going to put up the highlights of their week or of their month on their Snapchat stories and on their Instagrams, because that's what they want people to see. If they had a bad day or a bad week, they're not gonna document that. They're gonna document their highlights. So you just have to keep that in perspective, because while you might be having a bad day or a bad week and you're looking at your best friend's Snapchats or Instagram pictures and you're comparing your actual life to her highlights, you're doing a lot of damage to yourself. You just have to remember that no one is putting the full story out on their social media accounts, and you're doing the best you can, okay? If you are not having the best day or the best week or the best month, you are doing the best you can, and you can't go on comparing your life to somebody else's, because it's not healthy. Before leaving for school, I had a very, very big issue with constantly doubting my abilities to make friends. I was so caught up on the fact that I wasn't going to make friends in college, and I didn't know how to make friends because I've had the same friends since I was so little. But if you are in the same boat as me, just take a deep breath. I promise you, with the second you enter freshman year, you will realize that everyone is in the same boat. Everyone is trying their hardest to make friends, and it will come so much more naturally to you than you think it will. So if you are anything like me and that is something that you're worrying about, please just relax. It will all be okay. Speaking of friends, another thing that I struggled really hard with was that since you're meeting all these new people, you are going to meet people that are entirely different from the people that you've known your entire life. And when I say that, I mean personalities and senses of humor and views on things and just like ways of handling situations. It's all going to be different, and it can definitely be overwhelming in the beginning, because I have not consciously, like it's all been subconscious, but before leaving for college, I surrounded myself with the same type of people. All across the board, they're all the same type of people, which is amazing because they're just like me, and that's why I'm so close with them. You just have to be prepared to be meeting a lot of different people all across the board, but different doesn't mean bad. You cannot forget to take care of yourself. It took me so long to learn this, but when you get to college, you're going to have 101 things being thrown at you, from academics to meeting new people to joining clubs. It's all going to be coming at you so incredibly fast, but the top priority among everything, even above schoolwork, your mental health, your physical health, all comes first. I know so many people say that in college you pull a bunch of all-nighters and you have so much work that you don't even have time to socialize or sleep or eat or anything like that. If school is getting in your way that much, I'm not saying stop doing school at all. That would be terrible advice, and I should not be making this video if that were my advice. But what I'm saying is just remember to put yourself first. If you are up at 1 o'clock in the morning and you are working on an essay and you're done with it, but you don't think it's perfect, go to bed. Honestly, I might get crap for giving this kind of advice because some of you might believe that schoolwork is above all, but this is my mindset. Nothing's more important than your mental and physical health. This next one is huge. It's honestly probably one of my biggest pieces of advice in this entire video. Do not neglect the things that you are passionate about. I am so passionate about YouTube and it's something that I love so much, but I was so swept up in the whole college experience that I completely neglected YouTube. And that is something I regret so much because it would have helped keep me sane through things like finals week or times where I had big exams, because this is something that I enjoy. So, I mean, maybe this is a separate piece of advice, but I'm kind of just gonna like throw that in there. It's so important to take breaks from the things that are stressing you out and do things that you enjoy. And if it's YouTube, then that's great and welcome to the club. Or if it's drawing or, I don't know, singing or doing theater, I don't know, anything. Just remember to take time for the things that you care about and don't neglect the things that you're passionate about. Don't make my mistake. Okay, this is probably my biggest piece of advice for you guys. Please don't forget to talk to your parents. As stressed out as you might be and as much as you might have on your plate, your parents are worrying about you far more than you are worrying about you. Something as simple as a good morning text or a good night text or just a quick catch up on your day can make your parents' day like you would not believe. This next thing was definitely one of the hardest things for me to learn throughout my freshman year, and that is to always be nice, but don't take people's shit. There's a very distinct difference between being a nice person and being a pushover, and you never want to be a pushover because as much as I thought throughout my entire freshman year and previous times in my life that someone along the way would acknowledge how nice I was being or the kind thing that I did to them or I don't know, something like that, and not walk all over me and actually take the time to thank me. Some people just don't live their lives that way, and some people weren't brought up that way. And it sucks, it really does, especially if you learn it the hard way and find yourself being walked all over. But if you're gonna learn anything from this video, stop yourself before you get to that point. I might not always be the funniest person in the room or the most athletic person in the room or even the most charismatic person in the room, but I live my life striving to be the most kind person in the room because there's nothing more important to me than being a nice person because I value those type of people so much, and I think it's so important to always be kind because you never know what people are going through. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, this is so strange. That's really strange, I get emotional all the time. It is so important to be kind, and I think the thing that stops a lot of people from being as kind as they can be is the fact that they believe that their problems are unique and that they are the only people going through tough times. And I hate to break it to you, but you're not. Everyone has baggage. Literally everyone, and it's all about how you handle it. And I mean, I'm not perfect by any means. I will be the first one to admit that, but I can say wholeheartedly that I am a kind person, and I think that that is all that matters. That was a super long tangent, and I didn't mean to get emotional, so I'm very sorry about that. But on to the last thing that I learned during freshman year. To be honest, there were more than 10, but these were like the standout 10 to me. The last one is that old friends will become distant. It's inevitable. You will learn that some of your friends suck at communication, but that doesn't mean that they don't care. So those are all 10 things that I wish I knew before my freshman year of college. I had so much fun filming this video, and I honestly think it's because I love giving people advice, and this kind of just felt like I was sitting one-on-one with my best friend. So if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure to let me know because I would love to do more of them. Also, make sure to comment down below any video requests that you guys have because I plan on filming a bunch of videos for you guys, and I need all the ideas that I can get. Also, if you kind of enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I would really appreciate that. And with all that being said, I will talk to you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys!